Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard, here in the always wonderful Somerset DLC, where we're actually wrapping up the Somerset DLC today, at least the main story. We might still get a couple little bits of content from it, but ultimately this is going to be it. We're going to be finished with Somerset as of today. I'm really excited for anyone who decides to stop in and join us today. We're ready to talk to Soth the Steel and get this kicked off. I'm just sending out the usual invitations. There we can get started. If I had checked the photo, I could have seen that the door didn't need to open that much. Alright, so the seal, let's get talking.
The tribunal has been warned. They will make preparations in case the efforts here fail. I doubt that even they can weather the resulting storm if the worst comes to pass. As I calculated, your actions will determine the outcome of these events.
Is that why you sent for me?
In part. Determining the possible consequences of disparate actions becomes easier when studying the primary catalyst. You have a tendency to fill that role in almost all situations. What happened after the Sapiarchs failed to attune the diamonds?
I made a deal with Vile to reach the Crystal Tower, and Mephalet is considering attuning the diamonds.
A bold move. Still, I see the logic. Who better to send against their betrayer than the mortal who bested their plans at every turn? If Mephala agrees, you'll be able to assault the tower. I just wish I knew what Nocturnal hopes to accomplish.
Hey, M Sharp, welcome to the stream. Nocturnal plans to use the Crystal Tower and the Sea Slow's Abyssal Pearls to remake reality.
I'm not sure that's within the capability of the Crystal Tower. But if she uses my technique for siphoning life energy to supercharge the tower... An interesting application of the magic of the Abyssal Pearls. It could work, I suppose.
What do you mean?
If Nocturnal uses the life force of Nirn to increase the power of the Crystal Tower, she can then use the same technique to steal the energy of the Daedric Princes as she invades their realms. Infinite connections. Infinite power. Ingenious.
So what do we do to stop this?
Gather your companions and meet me in the Dreaming Cave. We must contact Vile and Mephala so you can enter the Crystal Tower, recover the Heart of Transparent Law, and repair the Tower Crystal. That will require a burst of divine energy, though.
We need divine energy to repair the Transparent Law crystal?
Transparent Law, the crystal at the top of the tower, is as much metaphysical as it is tangible. Only divine energy can reconnect the heart and make the crystal whole. Of course, Nocturnal is aware of this as well.
Why does that matter?
If Nocturnal performs the restoration and once again merges the heart with Transparent Law, her connection to the tower will become unbreakable. She truly will ascend to an infinite state of being.
So what do you suggest I do?
You must enter the Crystal Tower and recover the heart. Then find a relic filled with divine energy and repair Transparent Law. Only then will the tower's innate defenses re-engage and repel Nocturnal's influence. In theory, anyway.
Well, I don't know if I like the fact that this is only a chance, but if this is what we have to do, this is what we have to do. Talk to my companions.
Sigix must be... I brought Lathan back, and what does Valsurin do? Sends me off without a word or a thank you. So when do we head out to assault the Crystal Tower? No one tells me anything around here.
We're heading to the Dreaming Cave. Hopefully Val and Mephala will honor their end of the bargain.
I knew I could count on you. You're always straight with me. I appreciate that. Still, the last time I went off to fight a Daedric prince, there was a celebration. A party! This time it's just us.
You're upset because no one is celebrating?
What? No, I didn't mean it like that. I just mean back then there were more familiar faces, friends who I knew had my back, charging into battle with allies I trusted. There was a comfort in that. Here I'm practically a stranger.
You can count on me.
And trust me, I am grateful for that. You're kind of like me in a lot of ways, aren't you? An outsider caught up in things we don't fully understand. Whatever happens, when this is over, let me buy you a drink. Then we can have a proper celebration.
Very well, Darian. Oh, great. Now I gotta talk to Razandar.
This is Artea. Raz is impressed and truly frightened by the very strange sky.
Can't blame you for that.
Here comes your friend now. Just remember, you were never here. The Conclave isn't fond of visitors.
For a place that doesn't like visitors, Raz thinks it's pretty busy, yes? Raz never had the urge to travel to Oblivion, or visit a magically displaced island. But now Raz feels like the cat who caught the farmer's prized turkey. It's good to see you safe, my friend. Now, tell Raz you have a way to save Somerset.
We have a plan, but it involves a deal I made with Clavus Spile and Mafala.
Raz knew that strange talking dog would lead you into trouble. Do you really think we can trust those Daedric princes? No, too late for that. Tell Raz the rest of your plan, yes?
We're going to assault the Crystal Tower and stop Nocturnal.
Foolish, but brave. Also very foolish. Raz has walked into certain death many times and emerged with his fur intact. Mostly. But Raz knows why you do this thing. Raz will not try to talk you out of this. He will instead give you happy news.
You have happy news?
Raz warned Queen Irene. She has promised to contact the leaders of the other alliances and assemble a mighty force to deal with this threat. Which brings us to the not-so-happy news.
Well, what's the not-so-happy news?
The mighty force won't reach Somerset for quite some time. Oh, Raz could tell you about prevailing winds, unusual storms, and other factors beyond our control, but it amounts to the same thing. We're on our own, my friend.
Are you going to come with me to the Crystal Tower?
Not this time. Raz must go back and lead the divine prosecution in defense of Somerset. If the Crystal Tower keeps exploding, we will evacuate the island and save as many people as we can. May the luck of Joan and Jode be with you, my friend.
And luck be with you too, Razandar.
Razandar sent word that he needed to talk to you, so I took it upon myself to bring him to Artaeum. I assumed you'd want to speak to him before you go off to assault the Crystal Tower.
Thank you, Oriandra. Alright, let's go find Valistrin and Lathan. Oh, yeah, they're right next to each other. Okay.
You were a terrific father to our daughter, Lathan. I'll never forget that.
You were always Elderway's hero, Val. I envied the way she looked up to you.
I'm sorry, Lathan. I should have been there with you, with her, at the end.
You were trying to save her. I know that. It was just... Damn it, we need to win this, Val. This shrine, Val and I built it for our daughter after she died. High elves don't bury their dead, but we needed something to remember her by. She loved climbing this tree before the illness took her. I forgot how beautiful it was.
Can I trust you to help us in this?
With the Sijic Order and my mistress Mathala aligned toward a common goal, I'm feeling practically giddy with anticipation. But never fear. I'll re-establish contact with my prince when called upon to do so. I gave you my word.
What did you hope to accomplish with the Court of Bedlam?
The court offered me a purpose after my life lost its meaning. Our princes promised to remake the world, turn it into a better place, a paradise, and they were going to elevate the Altmer back to their status as gods. Suffering would come to an end.
Isn't that what Nocturnal still wants to do?
Not in the least. Remaking the world to eliminate death and disease is one thing. Destroying everything to turn yourself into a being of infinite power, now that's something else entirely. Mathala will see that and provide the help you need.
Okay. But Vestrin?
Things will never be the same between me and Lathan again. But I think we understand each other a little better now. Funny how the approaching end of the world has a way of putting everything into perspective.
Are you ready to do this?
I've been a member of the Sijic Order for more years than I can remember. But this is the first time since my daughter's illness that I've been truly frightened about what's to come.
So this is the first time facing the end of the world.
The world ends all the time. It's just that I'm more accustomed to that being a personal event and not a shared experience. The world ended when the Right Master died, for example, but only from his perspective. If Nocturnal remakes reality...
Let's go to the Dreaming Cave and make sure that doesn't happen.
You have a way of instilling confidence, my friend. You're similar to the Right Master in that regard. If we can't have him at our side for this, I'm glad to at least have you. I just hope we can see our way through this. I'll meet you at the cave.
Alright, we're going. It's time for the final battle. Of this DLC anyways. Well, it's not that she wants to destroy the world. More like that's the after effect of her becoming infinite. She basically wants to become omnipresent, omnipotent. You know, basically like an absolute being, and she doesn't care what she has to throw away in that regard to reach her goal. So it's not really as much as her like actively, haha, I'm going to destroy the world. More like, okay, well, doing this will give me what I want. Which is 100% Daedric Prince way of doing things. So the seal.
This is the moment of truth. Once we begin, nothing can stop the rush to the grand conclusion. Make sure you have everything you need before I activate the Dreaming Cave.
I'm ready to begin the assault on the Crystal Tower.
I'll lead you through the fields of regret to reach the Crystal Tower.
Oh, farmers.
Hey, that dog just talked.
I can establish contact with Mathala. She's ready to appear if you're willing to lower the defenses.
Oriandra, Valsarin, assist me. Let us open a path and not keep the Prince of Secrets waiting.
So the seal, the false god. I should have expected to see you.
Lady Mathala, will you honor the agreement you made with this mortal?
I am always true to my word. Now, send forth a mortal who consistently avoids the tangles of my webs. We have much to discuss.
Mathala.
You are strangely consequential for a mortal. In my calculations, I somehow overlooked your significance. And yet, that is worked to my advantage. For now we have a chance to thwart Nocturna, and that will be something to savor.
So you'll attune to us to the Resolute Diamonds?
I can attune the diamond keys, but that won't be enough to keep you safe. Using the secrets she stole Nocturnal has infused the Crystal Tower with boundless energy. It makes the tower's connection to reality increasingly unstable.
So what else do we need to...
I must turn the Resolute Diamonds into more than just keys. They must become an anchor, something to lock you to this reality. Without such a weight, you will be lost as the tower rapidly shifts from one plane to the next. And in exchange...
Tell me what you want.
2 trivial concessions, nothing more. First, just as Vile sends his hound, I want you to take my Earl Lathan into the Crystal Tower. And second, I wish a private meeting would sow the seal after reality has been saved. Do we have a deal?
I only speak for myself. Attune the diamonds of Used and Lathan can come with me.
2 resolute diamonds, imbued with the power of Mathala. Now they merge into a single gem. One resolute anchor to serve as both key and safeguard. Do not lose this. Only its presence will keep you and your companions anchored to this reality.
Thank you, Prince Mathala.
Remember, if any of you stray too far from the protection of the resolute anchor, you'll be lost in the nothingness between realities.
I didn't know you cared, Mathala.
Know that I will be watching.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to disappoint Spider
I
Lady.
hate being spied on.
Now it's my turn. Let me use the gift my master gave you, and I'll get you to the Crystal
Is that
Tower.
Sunraya?
Get the heart and restore the crystal known as transparent law. But remember, you'll need a relic of divine energy to accomplish that.
Lathan, promise me you'll keep them safe.
I promise, Val.
Oriandra, if I die saving the world, know that our brief time together has made me a better man.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
It's all right to cry. I'll do my best to return to you. I
Damn it,
promise.
Darian, get in this
What
damn portal.
just happened? What's that crazy knight talking about?
Farewell, everyone. The Crystal Tower. The Crystal Tower, sometimes known as Crystal-like Law, is so named not because it's made of crystal, but because the structure houses the crystal. Transparent Law, the mythical stone of the Tower of the High Elves.
I bet Nocturnal knows we're coming. So much for the element of surprise.
Yep, we're in...
Where's Vile's hand? Has he abandoned us already?
We're definitely in Vile's realm. Everything is all messed up. Spindly Towers, exactly, yeah. Barbarous, what's wrong?
Mother and bones. Nocturnal sends creatures into our realm. Not while Barbarous is on guard. Stop it! Come forth!
Where are you going, creature?
I promise to show you the way. There, follow that path. That's the way to the tower. Now, I have a realm to defend.
So Barbarous is basically like, screw you guys, I'm going home. By the way, your Scoffin weren't putting up a very good showing. Come on, into the lightning. Deal with your little arguments, you're so... I mean, to be fair, what happened to Meridia could easily happen to Vile if Barbarous is away, and it's in Barbarous' best interest that Vile stay untainted. Because if you guys remember, the Meridia statue got all messed up. We're almost there. Oh great, we're fighting a Wrath of Crows. It's the Meridia statue in this game. I don't know if you saw that stream or not, but Nocturnal is basically... Oh.
And to think we're depending on the actions of mortals. Oh well, let's talk.
Nocturnal made dark shadows leak from the statue of Meridia's eyes because Meridia actually invaded the colored rooms.
Nocturnal dares much attacking my master's realm. But here you are, safe and sound. The Crystal Tower. At least it's the version that exists in the Fields of Regret. Now, I really need to get back to barking and biting Nocturnal's minions.
We can enter the tower and reach Nocturnal from here?
Well, that depends on how good Mephalah's magic is. If you're attuned to the Resolute Anchor like she promised, then the doors to the Crystal Tower will open at your approach. If not, you'll more than likely die on the doorstep.
Aren't you supposed to come with us?
That was the plan, yes. But plans change when Nocturnal attacked my master's realm. Now Clavicus Vile wants me to repel those invaders and start preparing contingencies in case you fail. Understand, I have no contingencies, so try not to fail.
I have no contingencies, so try not to fail. What can we expect inside the Crystal Tower?
I've never been inside a tower that straddles every reality, but I expect you're going to have to go up, up, up. If you do reach the Night Mistress, fight her once for me.
Okay, that's an easy enough. We're going inside now.
Remember Mephalah's warning. Stray too far from the Resolute Anchor, and you'll get lost between realities.
Let's do this. We are in the Crystal Tower.
This place looks surprisingly intact.
The interior and the exterior of such places rarely coincide perfectly.
Excuse me if I loot just a little bit. This place is...
When Nocturnal unleashed this magic.
You can only ever enter the Crystal Tower once, so... I'm just taking a moment to loot everything I can because it's... Sometimes furnishing plans drop from the wardrobes. Hey, why are the Sapiok monks using Psijic abilities, game? Furniture is the true endgame of any MMO. Well, that guy's been rendered immortal because he got in the wrong spot. That happens way more often than you might think. And of course those two idiots are going to continue to be stuck on trying to attack him. Physics are just a suggestion, not a law. There's the idiot squad.
Did we make a wrong turn?
It's moving.
Come on,
appears to
dummies.
be reconfiguring itself.
Come on, dummies. Are you guys still being triggered on the enemy that didn't die? Oh my goodness. Really, the game should give us a means of killing enemies that get clipped like that, where you can't reach their hit box. Nope, they're still triggered.
Look at this place. Part of the ceiling has fallen in.
Yes, but what happened to the Shadow Sapiarchs? They were thick as crows on the lower levels.
Stay back!
Really? A walking volcano?
I mean, probably would be a good idea, except for this DLC's been out since 2018, and that still happens. So I don't think they're gonna go back to an old DLC and fix that at this point. Hello, Sapiarch.
I don't know how you entered the tower, but you must get out of here.
She's still alive. We have to help her.
No, stay back. The relic that protects me, it's failing. You can't help me.
She's right. Look how she's starting to fade.
Please, before I am lost, tell me, what happened? I deserve to know why the tower has done this.
Yeah, that's likely. Nocturnal has taken control of the Crystal Tower. How do we ascend to the tower from here?
Nocturnal? So I am to die as a pawn in some game played by a Daedric prince? I'm sorry, but you've reached a dead end. The explosions. The exit is blocked by debris. There's no way to move it. You should turn back and flee.
Please, we have to keep going up if they were going to stop Nocturnal.
The old ballista. If you could get it working again, it might be strong enough to punch through the debris. Oh gods, the relic. I'm not ready to die.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to die.
Let me help you. Clear your mind.
It's so hard to concentrate.
Think of your loved ones. Picture their faces, and my magic will help you.
I see them. The pain is fading. I can see.
She's gone.
Her last moments were peaceful. I saw to that. The magic that held back the shadows is gone. They'll be upon us before we know it.
Alright, let's go. Yep, they're already upon us. Nice work, Lathan. Find the broken ballista, which is going to require us to go up, up, up. Can only go up from here. You know, it might be Lathan casting that blue sphere, because he's a Psijic. Alright.
The dying Sapiarch was right. That is a ballista. It's not broken, it's just missing a few parts. Look around while I get the rest of it back in working condition.
I'm on it. Come on. You all as well. Alright, so we got the coiled rope. Okay, that's 2 pieces down, 1 piece to go. Alright, back to the top of the tower. Surprised Joe hasn't joined us yet.
That should do it. Just need a crank, a rope, and some ballista bolts.
Here's what I was able to find.
That should work. Let's blast away out of here. Now that's how to clear a path. I need one of those.
Yeah, you can't really. Yeah, it's maybe he is. That you can't really carry a ballista around with you, Darian. You're not like you don't have like a bag of holding where you can hold like, you know, an entire ballista. Although I did see a D&D character once that carried around a trebuchet in his bag of holding with him. Because he was the chosen one with his chosen trebuchet.
Curious. From the opening in the ceiling, it appears that we're no longer in Vile's realm.
So that's what they meant when they said the tower was in every realm at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where we're at. That looks really creepy though, that building. Like look at that building. I really gotta wonder where exactly that building is. I could probably look it up, but just a little too lazy to do that right this minute. Maybe some people have theories on the online where exactly that's located. It looks like we're in the Underdark. Oh my god, is that Castle Greymore? Is that supposed to be like Castle Greymore? This looks like, or not the Underdark, this looks like Blackreach. That could be, this could be in Blackreach. I think it might be an OSHA violation, but seriously though, like, look at the mushrooms. This could be Black, no wait, that's the sky though, that can't be Blackreach. But those mushrooms. Well, we've been to Mephalah's realm in this playthrough, and it's all red and stuff, like lava-y and things.
Yes, that must control the gate across the
Or that
chamber.
could be
It appears
Nocturnal's
to
realm.
require a key, however. Down there. That looks like a likely candidate.
Is that the skeleton key? That's the skeleton key.
Where did she come from?
Nocturnal started to repair transparent law. Soon none of this will matter.
No, you mustn't do this.
You can't reason with crazy, Lathan. Besides, we've got company.
How observant, knight.
Vea, you're seriously going to pay for this. That's a Gloom Minotaur. Yeah, I'm fairly certain we're in Nocturnal's realm now that I think about it, because with the mushrooms and the dark sky and the overall gothic theme. I think maybe it's supposed to be the Everclune.
Why do you insist on prolonging your pain, Lathan?
You know nothing about pain.
I mean, her brother did die, and she loved her brother a lot.
A pity. I thought we were the same. No matter. Your quest ends.
Enough! Just hand over the damn key.
She's just trying to slow us down. Meet up at the gate pedestal. Try the key pedestal. She did something to the controls. The gate won't open. We must be nearing the pinnacle of the tower. That's why Nocturnal sent her champion to slow us down. Nocturnal's Earl damaged this mechanism beyond repair. Even if we had acquired the key, I'm not sure it would have opened the gate.
Do you know how we can get through the gate?
Symbiotic magic is powerful, but not as powerful as the magic of the Psijic Order. Since we don't have the key, I can try to overcome the damaged mechanism and then follow after you.
How are you going to do that?
I can operate the mechanism manually from here. Then, once you and Darien are through the gate, I can teleport across and make it to the other side before it snaps back shut.
Alright, open the gate. This seems like a bad idea, since we're going to be separating, but...
The gate! It's opening! Go on! I can't hold this for very long!
I'm running.
Gate! Lathan, watch out!
I have to stop you here. All of you.
I wondered if you'd actually show yourself instead of just projecting menacing images.
A closed gate won't save them, Lathan.
No, but this will keep you busy for a time.
No!
Where'd they go? Is Lathan gone?
That should keep her busy, for a short time at least.
Why are you glowing?
I was overconfident, I'm afraid. Valcerin always said I was too sure of my own abilities. I just assumed I'd be able to get back to the protection of the Resolute Anchor before I was unmade. Pity. I would have preferred a more heroic ending.
This was your plan all along?
I had to do something to get rid of Nocturnal's champion. At least for a little while. Beyond that, I really did hope that a moment outside the Anchor's protection wouldn't be fatal. Just something else you can tell Valcerin I was wrong about.
So that's it? There's nothing more we can do?
You can stop Nocturnal. I'd really rather not see you and the Knight wind up with this fate. And if all goes well, you can tell Valcerin that I'm sorry. Now hurry. Nocturnal's Earl won't be gone long.
Alright, we have two choices. We can say, thanks for giving us a fighting chance, or after everything you did, this end is too good for you. I'll give it to 42 minutes on the clock. If nobody votes, we will just go with the thanks for giving us a fighting chance, because that's honestly something I feel like my character would say. But like I said, we'll give it some time to see if anyone else has any input. Okay, so we'll go. Thanks for giving us a fighting chance, Lathan.
I should be thanking you. You had no reason to trust me, yet you did. And you gave me a chance to see my wife. To reconcile with her in a way. Now go and beat Nocturnal. I have faith in you.
What should I tell Valistrin?
Tell her I'm going to go be with our daughter. Tell Val that we will wait for her.
Will he? Thank you, Lathan.
We should keep moving. There's nothing more we can do here.
Will he go to be with his daughter, though? Because his daughter would have passed into Aetherius, but he made a deal with Mephala. Won't his soul go to Mephala's realm? So he won't be with his daughter. The afterlife is so confusing in Elder Scrolls. That is the spiral skin. Okay. It just looks so much different than it did in the other time I went there. Even more evidence that his soul probably won't pass into Aetherius because it was literally already in Mephala's realm.
Nocturnal's realm. We've got to be nearing the top of this damn thing.
Yep, now we're in the Evergloom.
Ignore the creepy voice. We have to keep going.
I hear her, but we'll deal with her in a minute.
My mistress can't be interrupted. Her work is too important.
Give me the damn Dawnbreaker back.
Come and get it!
Damn it, Vea, don't make me kill you. Again.
I don't understand. Why didn't the sword protect me?
Because Dawnbreaker was never intended for you.
Meridia's magic is gone. The blade isn't yours anymore either.
We'll see about that.
Join Meridia in my eternal darkness.
We are not dying like this! That worked? I mean, of course it worked. I just need a moment.
Darian, are you okay?
Nocturnal's Earl was wrong. Meridia's power, it's not gone. Her magic remains strong and vibrant. The vessel, the last light of Meridia. It's me.
The vessel? The last light? What do you mean?
I finally understand everything Meridia told me. Her power, it's inside me. And with it, I can remove the corruption from Dawnbreaker. I can fill the relic with divine energy again.
So the still said we needed a relic with divine energy to repair the transparent law crystal.
Then this is even better. You can use the restored Dawnbreaker to save the world. I just won't be around to see it happen. I finally understand. I'm the vessel of Meridia, her champion. But you're the key to stopping Nocturnal and saving reality.
Darian, what are you saying? I'm kind of just waiting for the notifications to disappear. It's really blocking the screen.
I'm saying you've got this. Whenever a threat appears, you bring the champions together. You find a way to win. And I'll be at your side for this one final battle. Just not in the way I originally expected.
Darian, what are you doing?
I'm returning the last of Meridia's power to the blade, so you can stop Nocturnal. I wouldn't do this for anyone else. Thank you. For everything.
Darian. It never stops hurting to watch Darian sacrifice himself. Dawnbreaker, let's go. This is it, the summit of the Crystal Tower.
Crystal is almost whole. You're too late, mortal.
Yeah. Yeah. He sacrificed himself to stop Nocturnal. Dawnbreaker! And I can use Dawnbreaker to both harm Nocturnal and blast away her. Unlike Molag Bal, I don't have the Staff of Kings to force her to take a physical form, or the Amulet of Kings to force her to take a physical form. So I can't actually beat the snot out of her directly, and I really regret that. But it is what it is. Dawnbreaker! You will, though. Dawnbreaker! No, they did not. Which is funny because I actually have the Mask of Alkosh, but I don't have a dragon to merge with.
Your strength is impressive, but transparent law is almost whole. Now, rise again, my champion.
You can't stop me. I only grow stronger as we bathe this world in darkness.
Witness my unbridled power.
Dawnbreaker! Farewell, Nocturnal, and may I never see your face again. Dawnbreaker!
The Crystal Tower. Its defenses no longer keep me out. Are you here, my friend? You did it. I knew it. Transparent law, it's whole again. I didn't think that was possible, and you stopped Nocturnal. You're back upon Somerset, my friend. The tower itself, it reformed. But where's Darian? And Nathan?
Darian sacrificed himself to restore the Dawnbreaker so I could repair the Tower Crystal.
Of course. When you restored the Tower Crystal, it most likely expelled Nocturnal back to her own realm. I'm a little concerned that I was able to walk in without a key, but we can figure that out later. Now tell me, what happened to Lathan?
Lathan gave his life so we could reach the top of the tower.
Lathan. I'll mourn for Lathan later. I'm just glad he helped you. He would have made our daughter proud. For now, you have to tell Sir Thesile what happened. Then we can inform Somerset that the island, the world, is safe again.
Let's go. Take one last look over the Crystal Tower before we go. Hey, how you doing, Thicky? We just finished fighting Nocturnal. Look at this view. Like, we'll never be able to see this view again, so I thought we'll take a moment just to admire it. What is that? I've never seen that before. It's a beam of light. That's not the Crystal Tower. This is the Crystal Tower. So what the world is that? I'm not sure. You can't really see much. The clouds are just swirling around everywhere, but... Yes, it is such an amazing view. And I'm doing really well, actually. We just finished, like, we're an hour into the stream, and we just finished the next to final quest in Somerset, so I'm hopeful that we can get some more side quests done today, too, before we call it for the day. We'll just have to see how long it takes to go through the wrap-up stuff in Eleanor. So, Cecile?
As I predicted, your efforts were successful. A slight chance is all probability requires. There is no such thing as impossible odds. You are proof of that.
Transparent law was made whole by the power of the Dawnbreaker.
Was that Meridia's plan all along? Perhaps, perhaps not. Your perseverance paid off, however. You never gave up even when the darkness was unbearable. And because of that, the Crystal Tower is safe again.
We lost friends along the way, though.
Life and death. It's all part of the ongoing circle. As long as you remember them, they will never be forgotten.
Won't Nocturnal just try again?
It took Nocturnal hundreds of years to put all the pieces of her plan into place. And you wiped it all out with a single thrust of the Dawnbreaker. There will be other plans, I'm sure, but this particular threat is over.
So what happens next?
Next? Every action we take can tip the balance of the flow of time. Bask in the moment and realize that you have done well, my mortal friend. You have saved the Crystal Tower, saved Somerset, saved reality itself. Even I could not have done better. For now,
Goodbye,
I must
Cecile.
attend to other matters.
Balustron.
I'm afraid we still have work to do. While the Crystal Tower is protected against Daedra, any mortal can now walk right through its gates. We must convince the Sapiarchs to gather allies in order to defend the crystal-like law.
How can we convince the Sapiarchs to accept help?
It will take an influence far stronger than you and I. Of that, I'm sure. We'll call a meeting of Somerset's most influential leaders. Perhaps, with such a force behind us, we can persuade the Sapiarchs to see reason.
And if they don't agree?
We've already seen the devastation that's possible when the tower falls into the wrong hands. And the recent attack by Nocturnal only reinforces the need for greater protection. I want you there to help plead our case. Will you join us?
I'll help you convince the Sapiarchs if I can.
Go and tell Oriandra of my plan. She'll know which parties to contact. I'd also like to ask Sothacil to join us. His support would be extremely helpful to our cause.
How are you holding up?
Honestly, I haven't yet had a moment to process all that happened. There's still so much to be done, and perhaps that's for the best. The time to grieve can wait. For now, we must ensure the welfare of Somerset.
I understand. Did I run right past her? I thought I must have run right past her. Oh, there she is.
It's good to see you alive and well. Word has already spread about your daring exploits within the Crystal Tower. It's still a little hard to believe, truth be told. Of course, there's so much left to do. I already have a list as long as my arm.
Balustrade needs you to summon a council of influential Somerset citizens.
That doesn't sound good. Is there another crisis I have yet to be informed about?
The Crystal Tower's wards are weakened. We must convince the Sapiarchs to gather allies.
I'd almost rather deal with another crisis than try to convince the Sapiarchs. Still, it will be done. I'll even make sure to invite the Proxy Queen. Her palace should make for a suitable meeting place. Neutral ground and all that.
Where can I find Sothasil? Balustrade wants him to join the council as well.
Sothasil's in his study, preparing to depart. He never seems to stick around for very long. I suggest you hurry if you want to catch him. I'll meet you in front of the Proxy Queen's palace in Alinor. Meet me there after you talk to Sothasil.
Alright.
Here you are again. I thought such an outcome likely.
Sothasil?
The time has come for my departure. I've always felt a sense of peace in Artaeum, but also discomfort. A consistent dilemma within me, which seems to have only grown. I'll be glad to get back to the Clockwork City. There's much to do.
Much to do?
While you confronted Nocturnal, I worked within the shadow of your efforts. Negotiations with both Clavicus Vile and Mafala were held, and a compromise was decided upon. The two have agreed to a compact, an end to their direct meddling.
So does that mean they won't make any more trouble for us anymore?
Knowing the nature of Daedra, I doubt that shall be the case. However, any direct interference within Nirn should cease, while the terms are met, of course. As for Nocturnal, it seems she's returned to the shadows.
Do you think Nocturnal will strike again?
Perhaps. She likely contemplates her next course of action even now, given such a defeat. It may be centuries before she makes another attempt. Then again, could be days. Such is the chaotic nature of the Daedric princes.
Before you go, Balustrade wants you to join a council she's putting together.
I must decline. Valserin may see me as an ally, but to Somerset, I am a foreign interloper. An enemy of the state. My participation would not be welcome. The need for my presence has come to an end. So I must depart.
Thank you for your help.
And so the gears turn once more. Ever changing, yet ever the same. With you always in the center, it seems. I take no pleasure in such distractions from my work. Still, I would not dislike it if we spoke again. Farewell.
Farewell, Sothasil. Now, I've always wondered, can I... No, okay, you can't use this portal. I gotta remember to put my suit on when I land, because we're going to a party. I may as well look the part. Nice. You got a You got a crown crate there, Shark. Sweet. I got one earlier too, actually. Because I earned them for playing, just like you guys earned them from watching. So. Which is, admittedly, part of the reason that I actually do stream ESO is because I get free stuff from it. That, and I really enjoy the game. Okay, that was weird. The stairs hadn't loaded in there for a second.
Finally, you arrived. We were able to gather everyone together, but they've already started the meeting. Valcerin tried to make them wait, but the Sapiarchs demanded to know what was happening.
So how's the meeting going so far?
To be honest, not great. Even the Proxy Queen is hesitant to accept our request. As always, everyone's so worried about proper High Elf decorum that they refuse to see reason. I'm just not sure how we're going to win this one.
I'll go inside and see if I can help.
Everyone's gathered in the council chamber. You should go inside.
You can't make such demands. The Sapiarchs are the keepers of the Crystal Tower.
This is about more than the College of Sapiarchs, Lonatil.
If Raz could intervene, perhaps we should hear from our newly arrived friend.
We concur with Razumdar. Let us hear what the adventurer has to say.
Sapiarch.
The Sapiarchs recognize your bravery on our behalf in Lalandril and within the Crystal Tower. But there is nothing you can say that will alter our thinking on this matter.
Without the words that keep people out, you need a way to protect the tower.
So Valcerin claims. If this is true, the College shall institute new measures to protect the tower. That is well within our capabilities. The Sijic Order is responsible for all that has happened. Why should I trust them now?
Alright, so we got two choices. The Right Master wasn't in control of his actions, or the Daedric Princes would have found a way regardless of the Right Master's actions. Okay, give it another few seconds, see if anyone else wants to input. If not, that's what we'll go with this option one. Right, option one is the Right Master wasn't in control of his actions.
And that's supposed to convince me that the very leader of the Sijic Order was compromised in such a manner. We Sapiarchs have protected the tower for centuries without incident. Why should I trust the Sijics now?
Without the actions of the Sijic Order, the Crystal Tower would have fallen to Nocturnal.
Be that as it may, the Sapiarchs will continue to do as we always have. We shall protect the Crystal Tower. Entrusting that responsibility to anyone else is just far too dangerous a risk to take.
Sapiarchs can't protect the Crystal Tower alone.
That's your opinion. You are a newcomer. I have no reason to believe that you have Somerset's best interests in mind. For all I know, you and the Sigic Order wish to use the Crystal Tower for your own purposes.
I think you're making a mistake.
Our friend has proven their mettle time and time again. Raz thinks you should hear about these deeds. Orion, admit our guests now, yes?
What are you up to, Razumdar?
I will vouch for this adventurer. While I was blinded by prejudice and hate, their actions saved Shimmerine.
Kin lady.
The Divine Prosecution recognizes this adventurer's efforts to maintain the peace. I can personally attest that they saved Khaitan Keep from a Daedric cult.
Alchemy vouches for this adventurer. Within our troop, loyalty and trust come before all. This brave hero has demonstrated those qualities 1,000 times over.
Alchemy, welcome.
We have heard enough. We accept that the adventurer is trustworthy. Sapiarch Larnatil, listen to what they have to say.
Sapiarch.
I apologize for my assumptions. It's clear you've done much good for Somerset and its people. The protection of the Crystal Tower has been the Sapiarch's duty for time immemorial. To change that now feels like we've failed.
We need to make sure the Crystal Tower is protected into the future, so we don't fail again.
I can't deny the truth of your words. Very well. Henceforth, the Sapiarchs will accept outside aid in order to best protect the Crystal Tower. I'll begin preparations immediately. However, I still refuse to allow the Sigic Order to participate.
As long as you have a plan for protecting the Crystal Tower.
I promise we will work with the Proxy Queen to make sure the Crystal Tower remains safe. I'll begin preparations immediately. We'll even allow the Divine Prosecution and the Mages Guild to participate in these efforts.
That sounds like a good idea.
Raz is sure there are many more details to work out, but for now, this one just wants a very strong drink.
Speaking of...
Wait a moment, my friend. I'd like to talk privately.
Yeah, wait till you see where Razumdar ends up, though, after this.
Thank you for helping me win this last battle. While the Sigic Order will not be among those protecting the Crystal Tower, we will continue to observe from afar. And now, it's time for us to depart Somerset.
You're leaving? Is that wise?
We never meant to take such a direct role in events. We're observers, watchers. We lend a hand, guide fate, but never directly shape it. Besides, I need to return to Artaeum and take up the mantle of Right Master. At least for a little while.
The Conclave made you Right Master?
On an interim basis until we get beyond this crisis and can make a decision for the future. In the meantime, I want to atone for what the Right Master and Lathan did. I owe Somerset that much, at least.
So that's it?
You're attuned to Artaeum and have a connection to the Sigic Order now. The portal will always be open for you, and you'll always be welcome on our hidden island.
Thank you. Alright, now you have to go wrap up with the Razumdar.
Razumdar, remove your furry seat from our throne.
After all Raz has done for Queen and country, you would deny him this small comfort.
How Cousin Irene tolerates you, we'll never understand.
Look where he's sitting, on the throne of the Ordinary Dimension. On the throne of Somerset.
Raz could get used to such a seat. Metaphorically speaking, of course. This one would prefer a throne with far more padding. But enough of such talk. Today we celebrate your victory. From newcomer to savior of Somerset. Quite the feat, yes.
Did you bring all these people here?
Raz thought of many different plans once he heard of this meeting. He is glad the first turned out so well. His other plans, well, there is no need to dwell on such unsavory details. This one never doubted you could do it, Fireclaw.
Thanks, Roz.
Actually, Raz may have doubted you a few times. Or many times. But he apologizes for that. After all, you have now proven yourself most capable. And of course, no heroic deed is complete without a reward.
You mentioned a reward.
Raz did indeed. On behalf of Queen Irene, this is for you. Ironic how Somerset was saved by one of the newcomers it so distrusts. This is a good lesson for the High Elves, yes. Maybe now they'll realize that change is not so bad after all. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Raz certainly plans to.
Our throne, Razendar. We would have it back now.
So tense, your majesty. Must be this uncomfortable throne. Perhaps Raz could suggest a most comfortable cushion upon which you could sit.
Such a cushion is much too lumpy for our tastes, Cat.
Such a cushion is much too lumpy for our taste, Cat.
It was hatred that changed my son. Hate of the new. Hate of those different from us. And here you are, a newcomer. The very reason we're all still alive. I hope your actions change the minds of many others before they too take the wrong path.
Thank you, Conan Reef.
I've had a lot of time to reflect on my actions in Shimmerine, to truly see how I let my prejudice blind me. Don't get me wrong. I'm still not pleased that we've opened our borders, but if my home is changing, then so must I.
Very well, Ken Lady. Alchemy.
My, I have heard such tales about you. Would you consider giving the troops rights to your story? I've always thought I'd make a rather good nocturnal. Ah, but now is not the time for such talk. Be merry, my little sneak. You deserve it.
How's everything in the House of Reveries, Alchemy?
Spectacular as always. We've even started on a new production. I'd love to give you the details, of course, but confidentiality is first and foremost within my troupe, as you well know. And please, feel free to visit. I always enjoy our little chats.
See you later, Alchemy. I'll see you real soon, actually, in a couple of weeks, actually. And to when?
Only someone truly amazing would be able to change a Sapiarch's mind. Of course, from what I've seen, you were certainly the right candidate. I just hope the Mages Guild is allowed to participate in the tower's protection.
How are you, Anduin?
Well, the research we collected within Eben Stanmont hasn't been taken as well as I hoped. Many have questioned the credibility of my sources. Still, I'm hopeful that something good will come from our time there.
Yeah, I hope so as well.
Quite a party. I must admit, I feel a little out of place. Someone was under the impression that I saved the Illumination Academy. You and I know better, of course. Congratulations, Karen. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to try to blend in.
Hopefully he got lucky for his lady love.
So you really beat the Daedric Prince? Unbelievable. Makes being an ambassador seem a bit dull in comparison. Not that I'm not proud of my work, of course, but perhaps a battle or two is overdue. My axe arm is feeling a tad rusty.
Rigard, I'd see you getting your butt kicked, but... Marine?
Congratulations, Admin. I usually avoid gatherings like this, but I'm trying to, I don't know, open up. For what it's worth, I told the Sapiarchs what you did for the people of Russafeld. And for me. Thank you again, my friend. For everything.
Have no worries. I'm a mer of my word. I'll begin preparations at once to decide on appropriate allies for the Crystal Tower's defenses. It may not be a one-day affair, but it shall be done.
I would definitely put up some guards there as soon as possible.
So you really were an
investigator for the proxy queen? Or are you an eye of the queen? A Psijic? I'm so confused. I could have sworn those papers were forged.
I'm just whatever's needed at the time.
I don't think I've ever met someone whose life is so complicated. If I had to map it out for an investigation, I'd imagine it'd look like the spiral skein. So please, try not to get into any trouble for my sake.
Your life is pretty complicated too, if I recall. How are things with Suluri?
Yes, well, better, I suppose. She's still impulsive and reckless, but I'll admit she's gotten better about taking other people into consideration. She's even shown me a few of the things she's learned while overseas.
I thought you didn't approve of foreign magic.
I don't, for the most part, but I'm trying to be more open-minded. There is some merit to it if you look deeply enough, and a good investigator should leave no stone unturned.
I hope your relationship with Shirley only continues to improve.
We do have you to thank for the fresh start, so if nothing else, I owe it to you to try. Best of luck with your own complicated affairs.
I did say we'd only arrive in time to clean up the mess, didn't I? If it means a safer Somerset for all of us, then I'm honored to have played my part, however small.
I appreciate you coming to vouch for me.
I was glad for the opportunity. When the Khajiit approached me, I thought my side investigation had finally crossed the wrong people. Fortunately, Razumdar's allegiances are in the right place, even if his methods are questionable.
Your side investigation?
Into the Court of Bedlam. After I gave my report on the events at Caton Keep, my superior considered the matter closed. I, of course, disagreed. So I continued to pursue the leads we uncovered along the Windefway and Silery.
Has that worked out?
Swimmingly. Though I think Silery's brashness is rubbing off on us. We never got as close as you did to the organization's leadership. But while you were lopping off the heads of the Hydra, we were sweeping its legs out from under it.
Do you think that's the last we'll see of them?
There's nothing harder to kill than an idea. Believe me. The Court of Bedlam as we know it is gone. But the ideals it stood for will always appeal to some segments of our society. All we can do is be vigilant in excising their corruption.
I wish you the best in luck in that pursuit.
And you. It's been an honor to fight by your side.
Hey, what's this I hear about you smiting Daedric princes? Here I show you a few tricks of the trade and you go and show me up. Was it fun? I bet it was fun. Terrifying, but fun.
It's a unique experience, I'll say that much.
I'm so jealous right now. Fighting a Daedric prince is what most hunters only dream of doing. But you actually did it. And you won! I should have stuck with you instead of these two tracking hounds.
What have you been up to since we last crossed paths?
Not as much as you, clearly, but I've spilled my share of Daedra blood. The three of us have been rooting out the Court of Bedlam all across Somerset. Not with any official sanction, but the right people know what we're up to. The few we can trust.
You think they're still a threat?
Nah, at this point they're scattered, broken, and disorganized. Stragglers. They'll be in hiding for a long time, but that's really just making it sporting for me.
Good hunting. Take care of yourself, Suluri.
You too. And the next time you decide to square off with the dark powers of Oblivion, send a girl an invitation, will ya?
I'm wondering if she'll show up during Gates of Oblivion or not, because it seems kind of rude not to invite her.
Ceaseloads, Daedric princes, Yagra, crazy cultists. I never expected so many interesting diversions when I first decided to come to Somerset. You have my admiration, my friend. May Onsi's bright blade always watch over you.
Too bad the Khajiit didn't need my help. I had a perfectly adequate speech prepared to praise your many talents. Maybe I'll recite it for you later if you want. You did good, my friend. Somerset is better for your presence.
Grog.
The quality of ale and wine available in this palace is absolutely amazing. I may move in. Seriously, it was my pleasure to work with you. Maybe we can do it again someday, after I sober up a bit.
So, this book just magically appeared in front of you?
I know what I saw. I was upstairs watching the ceremony, and I turn around for but a moment, and then this book just suddenly appears.
Look, the palace is magically sealed by some of the finest mages in Somerset. There's no way someone just teleported a book in here.
Maybe it's a cursed relic.
That's fair.
I didn't touch it. It's still on the seat upstairs. Maybe we should ask the Sapiarchs to look at it.
Words of the Fallen. Never trust a Daedric prince. If there's anything I learned from all this, that's it in a nutshell. I used to think I had a purpose, a part to play in the grand scheme of things. I suppose I did, sort of, but the way things turned out, it wasn't at all the way I imagined. Meridia said I was her vessel. I guess my fate was sealed from the moment she brought me into existence. Now, here I am, back in the colored rooms. I thought when I gave my energy to restore the sword, and I did that for my friend, not for Meridia. I thought that was the end of me. I'm back, though, and this time is different. My light, it's fading. I can feel the darkness getting closer, pressing in. I expect that once the light goes out, that will be the end. I need to tell you something about Meridia. She's a deceiver. She promised that if I served her faithfully, I'd earn my freedom. She never told me that freedom was just another word for the void. Don't trust her. Don't trust any of the Daedric princes. Not ever. I found peace, though. Meridia gave me a chance to see the world, and those I care about, one last time. To save those I loved. I'm grateful for that, at least. I wish I had a chance to say goodbye to everyone. To Scordo, to Gabrielle. Gods, I'll miss them. And most of all, Reewish Lepdesh. I don't know if they'll understand how much they truly meant to me. Oh, that's most of all Reewish Lepdesh. I don't know if they'll understand how much they truly meant to me. Perhaps we'll see each other again in another place, another time. I probably won't be the version of myself that's writing these words, though. That me will be gone. I can live with that. I only wish I could have spent more time with everyone. Had a few more adventures. Ordered those drinks that we always talked about. I hope my friends find peace, happiness, and love. They deserve what I could never have. If anyone ever finds this book, know that I will never forget those I have named herein. And if you find them, I pray that you do tell them this. Protect the ones you love. Hold them close. Cherish every moment. Make them laugh, and laugh with them. Smile together, and never, ever forget that the moments that you have are so precious, very precious. Oh, and tell them not to forget me either. I mean, I'm a legend as far as I know. That polite and handsome and humble knight, Darian Gautier. Darian. It's actually possible. It was actually possible to get back when they were doing the original test of the game. It was actually possible to get up on that ledge up there. It's not possible anymore, but you could get like up on that ledge up there in this palace. Yeah, it would break things a little bit. That's why they had to turn it down. I am really sad about Darian. I have a theory. I don't want to share it just in case I'm wrong, but I have a theory about what's going to happen with Darian. Alright, so now we're going to start working on some of the oh dear, that was too far. Okay, I didn't die. Okay, this is not normal. There we go. Did anybody see that? So we're going to start working on some of the side quests, getting things wrapped up in Somerset, clear out the quest log of all the different quests that are clogging it up from Somerset. Normal is that is a true statement.
Tell me you are real, my friend, and not another mind trick sent by the vile slugs to deceive me.
Battle Reeve Tellenray sent me. I'm as real as you are.
The Marines. We followed rumors of some new kind of magic. Discovered the geysers.
Geysers? I don't understand.
Sea-slowed magic. Something to do with abyssal pearls. The geysers spout terrible sea creatures and undead. Bokorgan. The sea slug
That's fair.
is working to increase their power. Our report contains all the details.
Report?
The High Elf Marine in Dirham. He's a mage, though nowhere near as powerful as Kynar. He compiled notes about the geysers, most of which I didn't understand. When the Yagra attacked, we split up. The Marines headed down the coast.
Is there anything I can do for your injuries?
I should survive. I've suffered similar injuries in the past. As soon as I gather my strength, I'll make my way back to Alinor.
Alright. Okay, I gotta collect the rest of the report. I wish people would stop messaging. Like, it's starting to get really annoying. There's some people trying to fight the boss. Are they... Yeah, no, he's just too hard to beat with just this number of people. You gotta have a lot more people than this. Like, I don't mind jumping in to try to help, but I don't think we're gonna do it. I mean, we're getting somewhere. That's the important part, I guess. Ow. We do have him down to 53%, which is, he was at I think 60 something when I got here. Actually, the entire reason this boss exists is to teach Cloud Rest mechanics for the Cloud Rest trial. Because the mechanics that you use against this guy are very similar to the the final boss of Cloud Rest. We're making progress. He's down to 30%. Ow, that hurts a lot. If I didn't have the Ring of the Power, I would definitely have died a couple of times there. I tried to block but couldn't get to it in time. We got him. Woo! That was actually really rough. I've never done that with just 2 people before. It's always taken a lot more than 2 people to take that guy down. Hold on. I'm doing this for a friend. She wants those bounty sheets, and I don't think she has those too.
You're back. Kainar returned and said you went in search of Maria and the Marines. Tell me, is the sea slowed threat as dire as the Queen's cat intimated?
The sea slowed threat is real. The Marines don't make it. The Marines didn't make it, but here's a report.
Eight protect us. A cabal of sea slows, traitors, magic geysers that can sink the island. I asked you to look into one threat, and you bring me a multitude. Still, this confirms the rumors. Now that we know, we can plan accordingly.
How will you respond to the sea slowed threat?
Normally, I'd dispatch every soldier at my disposal to deal with these geysers. However, the ongoing war has depleted our forces. It might be time to reach out to more people like you and Kainar's adventurers. For now, take this with my thanks. The work you did to bring us information on the sea slode? Brilliant. That's only the beginning, however. Now we need to act on that information before the Abyssal Cabal can inflict too much damage on the island.
Okay, so that is a daily quest.
Friend of Razumdar.
Yeah, so that's a daily quest. I don't want to do that right now, so. Oop. Alright, so that's done. So next we're gonna go and work on the art quest. You know, I'm confused about what imps are, because they're not counted as Daedra. When you kill them, they don't raise your Fighters Guild experience, which means they're not counted as Daedra. Like, are they like naturally forming creatures, or what? Like some kind of vile magical experiment gone wrong, or?
What do you mean you lost the map?
Three less Malmer in the world. Uh-oh. And then he dabbed out like the hater that he was. I'm sorry, question.
Another one? You there! Come here! I bet you've come here for an Aurealis Bloom. Well, tough luck. Fresh out. Last one was nabbed a fortnight ago. Come back in about a year. Maybe I'll have another one by then.
How did you know I came to collect Aureals?
Why else would you come here? The view? You know, once you could get an Aurealis anywhere. Now it's all but gone. Blotted out of existence by the greed of artists.
Artist?
You heard me. As soon as they learned it made a pretty paint, that was it. Didn't care that it takes over a year to grow, and that's only with proper care. No, they had to have it. And so they took, and now there's
okay,
nothing
lesser
left.
goblins. With wings, oof, that's weird. Do you mind if I look around for one anyway?
What are you, deaf? Or just scared to go back empty-handed? Look, I told you that plant is gone. Go find another bloom for your fancy painting. Off with you now. Just leave me and my garden be. What are you doing? Stop that! Would you leave that alone? You'll damage it.
I'm sorry, am I poking things I shouldn't be poking?
Hey there! Leave that alone.
Well, looky here.
Please, leave that Aurealis alone. You can't take it. What is wrong with you? Why couldn't you just continue on your way?
You lied about there being no Aurealis.
Of course I did. Why would I let you have one of the last, if not the last, surviving blooms? If you take that plant, the species may be wiped out for good. Did you ever, in your obsession with paint, think about what you're taking from Somerset?
This might be the last Aurealis.
Yes! That's what I've been saying all along. You're about to uproot what could be the last Aurealis on Somerset and grind it up for some painting. How could you do something so horrible?
This can't be the last Aurealis plant on Somerset.
You really want to take the chance? I'm telling you, I've searched all over this island. This is the only one I could find. In less than a year, it will spread seeds. I'll nurture them, help rekindle the species. Please, just don't do this.
Alright, we have a choice. We can agree to collect an Aureus and keep my word, or conservation is important, spare the plant. Give it until 45 on the clock. We'll see if anyone wants to spare the plant or pick the plant and keep our word. Remember, the artists are kind of dickbags, so... Oh, hey, Thicky. Sorry, I just realized that was you that said that. I'm sorry. Spare the plants, so I got one vote for spare the plants. See if... And Thicky's also spare the plants. And so we'll spare the plants. Conservation is important. I'll spare the plant.
Finally, someone who sees reason. Thank the stars. And thank you too, kind traveler. After the last visitor, I was just about ready to give up hope that I'd ever meet a kindred soul. Oh, but damn that Verilel. I'd have 2 blooms if not for him.
Verandril?
Yes, Verilel. The blasted artist who took the last Aurealis bloom I cultivated. That's why I was so desperate to save the only surviving plant.
So the other artist took the plant. I see. You might want to move that somewhere a little more hidden, because that's... You just put a box on top of it. That's not very well hidden. Like, it's perfectly safe. It has a box on top of it, but it's suspicious that you have a box on top of a flower bed in the first place. Really, I'm sure if the artistic community knew the blossom was running out, though, that they would take steps to make sure that it didn't run out.
Hold, courier. I would like to have a word, if you would.
I don't like you. I want to push you into the ocean.
You know, I've heard quite a bit about your little venture to acquire Tindoria's supplies for her latest sketch, and I must say I'm impressed. You've certainly proven capable. I have a proposition for you. Sell those supplies to me instead.
Why would I sell Tindoria's supplies to you?
Well, I could speak to how those supplies would be used in the service of art that touches the soul of man. But I feel my words would not move you, so let's try another venue, shall we? I'll double whatever payment Tindoria has offered.
I don't know if I should trust you. I know you sabotaged Brendil's bug farm.
Me do such a thing? As I told dearest Brodrin, it was Tindoria who sought to drive him to ruin. Why, I adore the little woodland elf. Tindoria has tricked you, my friend.
It wasn't Tindoria that told me that.
Then someone she paid to incriminate me, no doubt. This game we play is one with many twists. Tindoria has simply made sure to be one step ahead this time. Sell me those supplies, and I'll even make sure to compensate Brodrin for the trouble.
Alright, I can say I'm going to complete my contract with Tindoria and keep my word, or I can accept double the payment and give him the materials. Shall I be a lizard of honor or a lizard of profit? Profit is for jumps, so that's one vote for completing the contract. Tindoria, okay. I think Dickie knows what the prize is for exciting with Tindoria. Alright, so that's 2, so we're going to go ahead and say I'll complete my contract with Tindoria.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it? Such wonderful colors wasted on such a forgettable piece. I am a purveyor of the divine, my friend. Cannot blame me for trying. Off with you then. I shall defeat my rival the old-fashioned way, with talent.
Can I push him into the ocean? Can I push him into the ocean? Nope.
At last you return, and with my reagents! Come, I simply must see them. My genius is like a stallion waiting to be set free.
I've gathered your reagents, but there was a complication.
Complication? A fine way to refer to Veyralel.
If
I'm
only.
not so surprised. I can still smell that insufferable perfume of his. Yet here you are, which tells me you must have seen through his charade. Now, what of my supplies?
I couldn't acquire the Aurealis. It seems to be going extinct.
Extinct? How could such a common plant go extinct? Just last week I saw some. Oh, wait a moment. Was that last month? Last year? Oh, how the time flies when you're creating. No matter. Fine, I can work without it. I will, however, dock your pay.
Also, Vargil poisoned the bugs on Broden's bug farm. That they won't mate.
Oh, that scoundrel! Brodrin is a good mer, and he loves those bugs like his own children. This is intolerable news. How will I do without my sea grey? No, I cannot allow this. I will send Brodrin alone to cover this year's livestock.
Helleman was grateful for the tea.
Oh, wonderful! I hope she'd like it. I do wish she'd return to the city instead of living in that backwater swamp. Though perhaps something good can be said for her isolation, as she's created such a lovely teal.
Well, here are the supplies you asked for me to acquire.
And here is your payment, as contracted. I am pleased you chose to honor our arrangement instead of siding with that scoundrel. Oh, I see it now. You're the perfect subject for my masterpiece. Your shining loyalty, your pure heart. Perfect.
Yep, the special reward is Painting of the Somerset Coast Refined, which is a purple housing item.
Canvas shall be viewed for centuries, I'm sure. Why, maybe one day it will be featured in a gallery with the Queen herself. It's really very generous of me. You're quite welcome.
I don't have time to sit for a painting.
Oh, just a quick sketch then, to capture your essence. I simply must make sure I get the eyes right. There, that should serve well enough.
I suppose. Okay. Yeah, let me show off the painting real quick. Actions. I thought there was an option to preview. Oh, there it is. Hold square. Look how pretty that is. Yes. It's the one reason why on my normal playthroughs I always side with her, because I want to get as many of those paintings as possible for my player housing. Just because it's free paintings, I don't have to pay money at the guild trader for. Actually, paintings are quite hard to come by, because if I'm aware, you can't make those at the crafting benches. So you have to buy them or get them in drops. And they're pretty rare drops. I think I've only ever gotten one painting from a random drop before. It was like a painting of Winter Bolted, I think is the one I got. Alright, so we're here looking for the companions of the lady and they all got attacked by the griffins. Guess it's not a romp through Somerset if I don't get randomly attacked by Wilwa. Well, that one's dead.
I haven't run that hard in a long time.
You're safe now. Mineral is waiting for you by the road.
That root ass best still be by the road. She owes me for this.
Alright, one more to find.
I can't believe I was nearly pecked to death. Nothing is worth this sort of trauma.
You're safe now. Miracle is waiting for you by the road.
Oh, I'll go back to Mirinel, all right, and give her a piece of my mind. This was all her idea in the first place.
Somebody's in trouble. Oh, well, I found the griffin's nest, and then I just fell.
Ifra be praised. I can't believe you were able to pull that off. You're something else. And don't worry, Wienerlist told me about Aralim. It's a damn shame he had to die, but at least my other companions are safe.
I found this griffin egg on Aralim's body.
You did? Well, I'll be taking that. Wouldn't want it to go to waste, after all. Thanks again for all you've done. These two would have never been able to make it out, if not for you. This reward isn't much, but it's the best I can do. We'll head to Cloudrest, as soon as my companions have time to rest. I think we've got our bearings now.
I don't think you want to go to Cloudrest. I think that's a really bad idea, actually. I don't think you've been completely truthful about what happened here.
What? I mean... Oh, all right. After all, you did save these drag heels. We actually came here to collect some griffin eggs. I thought we could just sneak in and out. The damn creatures must have caught wind of us.
Why would you want griffin eggs?
Someone hired us to grab some is all. Not sure why. Griffins aren't easy to come by, though, outside of Somerset. Perhaps our buyer plans to sell the eggs somewhere off the island. A venture that is not, far as I know, entirely legal.
Is that why you lied to me?
Of course. It's always a good practice to keep such transactions under wraps. For all I know, you'd have run off and told the divine prosecution. I wouldn't go tattling now, though.
Nice.
After all, you were the one who handed me the egg.
Yeah, that's fair. Did y'all do veteran Cloudrest or regular Cloudrest? Wow, we're down to just 2 quests left on Somerset now. Vet, nice. +3 or regular? We should probably do the quest in Shimmerine while I'm thinking about it, because I keep forgetting to do that. And yeah, let's do the quest in Shimmerine, and we can do the both delves next week. +1, we got the okay, we got the minimum down this week. Okay. Which of them did you do with the final boss at the same time? The fire one, the shock one, or the frost one? Hello.
Mara, an adventurer? Oh, praise you, Mara, for hearing my prayers. Please, newcomer, I'm desperate for help. My son, Arthel, has gone missing. No one will tell me what happened to him.
Slow down. Tell me what happened.
Yes, I'm sorry. The last time I saw him, he was agitated, scared. I asked him what was wrong, but he left
Shock.
without a word. The guards arrived later. They said he turned himself in, that he was involved in a plot to kill our Sapiarch, Icantar.
I don't know. Personally, I guess if I was doing that, I would want to do one of the other ones because the shock one involves having to switch bars all the time. And I could see that getting very frustrating very quickly when you're doing +1. But hey, if y'all managed to get it, that's great. I've never done a vet trial. At least if I have, I've never finished a vet trial. I think we tried it once and I didn't actually finish it. You say he turned himself in? He's not in his cell.
No, he vanished. They say he escaped. Can you believe it? Why would he turn himself in only to escape a few hours later? They're hiding something, I know it. Please, Caraval, help me find my boy. He would never hurt anyone. I swear it.
Alright, I'll look for your son.
You have a perfect heart, newcomer. None of my neighbors would lift a finger to help me. The guards placed Arathel in a cell beneath the Kin Lady's manor. I'm told the Justiciar of Remand is there now. A mer named Talarion. He must know something.
Yeah, okay, that one I can see that one because all you have to do is use this energy to get your mobility back. The shock one though is just so annoying. Yeah, he leaves behind a shock AoE, yeah. Would your son have any reason to kill the Sapiarch?
No, Icantar treats us like family. Arathel is Icantar's apprentice, you see? He was so proud when the attestation came through. He's been a bit withdrawn, though. I found some Aprax literature in his room. But it's just a phase, right?
Aprax?
Right. You're new to the Isle. I apologize. Apraxic Mer, a people who, for whatever reason, were expelled from the greater Elven community. Most Aprax labor for years to re-enter society. Others choose to remain in exile. I feel very sorry for them.
And these Aprax elves do a lot of writing?
Rumor has it that a famous
was
Aprax called the Mother of Rats lives in the city, but I've never met her. And even if I did, we're forbidden from speaking with her. Oh, that sounds awful, doesn't it? It's just the way things are here, I'm afraid.
Yep. And I can't believe it jumped like that on me. I hate it when it does that. Let's go talk to this Mer. Shimmerine is really pretty, and you just have to realize that it's like a almost completely empty town. There are no crafting benches. There's like not a lot of like facilities. It's a nice town, but it's a dead town. That's why you don't see a lot of players running around it, even as pretty as it is. There's really no reason for players to be here. Okay, there's one player right there. They could have at least included some of the base necessities to make a town, you know, something that people would want to visit. Oh, I have to go downstairs.
This manor is closed by order of the Divine Prosecution, so I'll keep this brief. Who are you and what do you want?
Arnathel's mother sent me to investigate his disappearance.
Aye, Surabane's ring, will I never be rid of that hen? Look, turning away grieving mothers brings me no satisfaction, but this situation is delicate. The Divine Prosecution does not lose prisoners. Ever. Certainly not frightened children like Arathel.
Then where is he?
Not here, clearly. You really do mean to track him down, don't you? Fine. When we took Arathel into custody, he was only carrying a handful of coin, a tin flute and some kind of crude map.
I could use this map to track him down. Where is it?
Our draftsman drew up a few copies for distribution to the bailiffs. They're stacked upstairs near the hearth. You can take one if you wish, with this condition. If you find something, you will bring it to my attention immediately.
Do you have any idea what happened to Arnthel?
It seems he escaped into the vaulted Halsorial.
The vaulted Hostorial?
The sewer. Gods, what a hideous word. Anyway, he had help. That gaping hole in the wall is obviously quite new. Might have been a conventional explosion or some kind of arcane rupture. We won't know until the Revelators examine the scene.
Who are you exactly?
So you would ask my name without offering your own? No, don't bother. I've grown to expect these clumsy troglodytic introductions. I am Talarian, Justiciar of Remand. I oversee all matters related to bonds and incarceration here in Shimmerine.
This must be a little embarrassing.
Spilling wine on your vest at a dinner party is embarrassing. This is, frankly, there isn't a word in the common tongue for this. It is raxiferas. Disgraceful on a scale you outsiders can't even imagine.
Arnathel's mother thinks he's innocent of the charges. What will happen to him if I bring him back?
That's a matter for the High Justiciar and the Sapiarchs. My only concern is returning him to custody. And time is of the essence, so please, be on your way.
Alright. Let's go upstairs and grab the map. Alright, let's go find the marked location. Yeah, I would like to eventually do like all the 4-man dungeons and all the trials on this character on stream. I know that the trial part's going to be particularly hard because I'm going to have to get people to agree to be on stream. And I'm going to need somebody who actually knows the trial contents to run the trials, because I don't know them well enough to run them myself. So that person would have to be comfortable with having their voice recorded, so that way, or we could do a PSN call and like only my voice will be recorded, but it's going to sound really weird, like me talk, or like us not really talking, because, but you get what I mean, because you know, the trial always has to have a trial leader who knows the mechanics. And I could probably research the mechanics and figure it out, but at the same point, I don't know if I trust myself to take that kind of leadership role in a trial without having done it before. Arnthel, I know I know what you're planning. Trust me, kid. You're planning this all wrong. We need to talk. Make your way to the Anchor's Away Inn and order a Deathland. Of course, I'll let you know. And order a Deathland ale from the Khajiit bartender. She's one of ours, so she can be trusted. Move quickly, alright? I can't help you if you're dead. E. Alright, so we have two choices. We can go talk to the Justicator. And let him know one of the conditions of helping us was letting him know what we found. Or we can go to the Anchor's Way Inn and talk to the Khajiit ourselves. What do you guys want us to do? You want to go talk to the Justicator, or go and talk to the Khajiit?
The Somerset Isles are abuzz with the name of Velast. I'm proud a sister of Auradon to go so far in the Mages Guild.
Got one vote for the inn. Go to the cat. Okay. Now, I'll be honest, I've never actually talked to the Justicator, so I don't know what happens if you do, because I've always gone to the inn on all my other characters. I think on my next character, I'm going to go talk to the Justicator. Just way I've experienced the quest from both angles. Hello, Khajiit.
This one despises this land of pompous snobs with all their rules of conformance and pretentious attitudes. Forgive Riharai, but this one doesn't often see a customer who isn't a self-important high elf. I'll make sure you get my special brew.
I'm here for a Deathlands ale.
Ah, for that one you must go upstairs. The hooded man will have what you seek. Good luck, Walker.
The hooded man, okay. Edgar Jind.
I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm working. So, jog on.
Noah, I found a dead drop containing this note. It instructed me to meet someone here.
It didn't instruct you to do anything. That note was meant for someone else. Of course, you already know that. So, should I reach for my knife, or are we going to make nice?
I'm looking for a high elf called Erthernal. His mother asked me to help find him.
Huh. So, Talarian and his lackeys haven't found him either, huh? Color me surprised. I tried to help the kid, but if he didn't even find my note, he's in worse trouble than I thought. You carry yourself well. Maybe Mother can use you.
Mother?
Yeah, the Mother of Rats is our matriarch. She shelters us outcasts and misfits. Loves us, even. In her way. If you aim to help Arethel, she'll want to meet you first. There's an entrance to the sewers down by the docks. Just follow the rats.
Who are you, anyway?
Name's Edgar Jend. Professional misfit, ne'er-do-well, and sometimes hatchet man. Mother sends me out to collect lost things. And people. I've got to tell you, this whole Arethel thing, it's giving me indigestion. I have a delicate constitution.
Why are you even looking for Arethel?
That's a question for Mother. Speaking of which, you should be on your way.
Alright, let's go talk to Mother. So great, we're going into the sewers, because, you know, it's our most favorite place on Tamriel is the sewers. As often as we end up in the sewers. I'm in the wrong spot, aren't I? I need to go down more. Well, they do at least have a pack merchant here. So, I mean, I guess that's one reason to visit. And there is actually crafting stations, now I think about it, up there at the Shimmering Dock Works. But, like, it's out of the way. I don't know. It just kind of feels like a dead town. At least Gideon and Blackwood seems like it's not going to be as unused as Shimmering was. Because Gideon's going to be the secondary town in Blackwood's chapter. Going to follow the rat. Follow the rat. With my demonic chicken by my side. Gonna follow the rat with the demonic chicken at my side. Talk to the mother of rats. Look at her slouched on her throne.
Well, well, you made it. You'll forgive me if I don't stand to greet you. I have a thing about social niceties. My spies told me you were coming, but neglected to say why. You're a recent arrival to the Isle, yes? I'm intrigued. What brings you?
I'm looking for a young high elf named Arethel. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, Arethel. The reluctant idealist. Yes, I know a bit. He's a friend of ours. I heard he was in a spot of trouble, so I sent a few of my children to collect him. Unfortunately, he bumbled his way into a prison cell. That was ill-advised.
He wasn't in the cell for long. Did you take him?
We had nothing to do with it. That boy has run afoul of some very dangerous people, and they're not about to let him go. Arethel's a valuable commodity down here. He's young, impressionable, and most importantly, he has access to the Sapiarch.
Arethel insisted that he was involved in a plot to kill the Sapiarch when he turned himself in.
Well, he wasn't lying. A rival of mine, Miralon, swept Arethel away from us. Lured him in with promises of adventure. Convinced him that killing the Sapiarch would start a revolution. Of course, the boy got cold feet. Now they have him.
So, what do you know? So, do you know where they took him?
No, but I know someone who does. I sent one of my children to keep an eye on Miralon's operation. A Khajiit named Zonhai. He'll know where the boy's kept. Explore the tunnels west of here. He'll find Zonhai. Or more likely, he'll find you.
Who are you exactly?
I'm the mother of rats. You know that already. Are you looking for an autobiography or something? Speak plainly.
I just want to know a little more about the person I'm working with.
That's fair, I guess. I'm what the Clods and the Kinhouses call an apraxic, an elf criminal. There are other high elf misfits called ousters, but the fortunes of an apraxic are a little more severe.
What did you do?
I forged a document.
That's all?
Well, the ensuing dispute sent 43 mer to the funeral pyre. It was a patent of lineage, you see. Kinlords take that sort of thing very seriously. Insufferable. Anyway, they shattered my Callion, my praxic talisman, and sent me packing.
She caused the death of 43 high elves because of a patent of lineage dispute. Why did you do it?
For the most foolish reason of all. Love. Hilarious, right? Anyway, everyone here knows my past, but they accept me as I am. They even look to me for leadership, as if they need it. Hierarchy's a bad joke, Karam. Remember that.
How well do you know Arthril?
Well enough. He's young, just to say he's bullheaded and self-righteous. Good for a laugh, if nothing else. He came looking for relief from the strictness, you know? All the rules and expectations. It can drive an elf mad.
Do you think he'll be capable of killing a Sapiarch?
50 years of exile has taught me many, many things. But the most important lesson is this. Anyone is capable of anything. A snot-nosed kin would murder his most beloved dog with a shovel if you gave him a good enough reason.
Why do you think Mirion gave him... Do you think Mirion gave him a good enough reason?
Clearly he didn't. I thank the fates for that. Arethel wouldn't make it a week as an Aprax. Too much of a people person. It's lucky for us too. If someone killed the Sapiarch, we'd be blamed. Guaranteed. Just another fringe benefit of exile.
What can you tell me about Mirion and this group?
Miralon's a recent arrival. He's not an Aprax or an ouster, but he tries to act the part. I've twisted more arms than I can count, trying to find out where he's from. So far, I have very little to show for it. That's why Zanhai's where he is.
Do you know why he'd want the Sapiarch dead?
Because killing the Sapiarchs will provoke that elusive revolution we're all supposed to be pining for. The Sapiarchs, the Divine Prosecution, the Ascendants. They're masters of a deranged system of oppression. Who wouldn't want a bit of payback?
Do you believe in all that?
Of course not. Revolutions are just fairy tales for idiot children. Killing a Sapiarch will do nothing but bring the Divine Prosecution down on our heads. The more I learn about Miralon, the more I think that might be exactly what he wants.
Alright, well, I'm going to head and try to help prevent that. Oh good, there's another player in the area. Black White Marauders!
Just keep saying that.
He is mad as a sugar-sick frog. Please, Hidari, you must go. If only for a few days.
Will you at least come with me?
I want to, my love, but I still have much to do. Who's this now?
One of your friends from Mother's Day.
Son, he does not wish to fight you, Walker. But he will if he must. You will speak your business, yes?
Wait, I'm a friend of the Mother of Rats. I'm trying to help find a high elf named Orienthal.
If you were a friend to these Black Wake thugs, you would already know. This one will tell you what he found, but you must act quickly. Miralon plucked Arathel from his cell and brought him here. He means to bend the boy's mind, I think.
Where can I find Muriel?
He claimed the caverns ahead. But the way is guarded by more Blackwake warriors. And worse. This elf is more than he seems, Walker. He is a spellweaver who consorts with Daedra. If you aim to rescue Arathel, you will have to deal with Miralon.
What did you mean when you said that Mirrodon aims to bend Ethereal's mind?
Miralon wields magics that Zanhi has never seen before. Spells that twist good elves' brains and make them dance to the caster's rhythm. Arathel refused to kill the Sapiarch, but this one thinks, given enough time, Miralon will make him do it.
What were you and your friend talking about before I arrived?
Hedani was taken in by the Blackwake's lies. The Mother of Rats sent me to spy on Miralon, but in truth, I came here to rescue my love. She was confused. But Zani will get her to safety.
Get her to safety? What do you think is about to happen?
If Miralon bends the boy, Arathel, and makes him kill the Sapiarch, the elf guards will storm this place by the hundreds. Soldiers of the Divine Prosecution do not show Khajiit mercy. Staying here would be a death sentence, you see.
What did you mean when you said that? Oh, I already asked that. Okay. Let's go. We have to stop this from happening at all cost. I am breaking the Black Waves banner today.
The Rat Queen sends her vermin to destroy me. Come then!
I'm pretty sure this guy was working for the Court of Bedlam from what I'm reading on this letter, which is not good news at all. To the aqueducts.
Don't hurt me! Wait, you're not one of them, are you? Sorry, as soon as I saw an opening, I took off running. I didn't even see that drop. Honestly, I'm lucky to be alive. For the moment, at least. My mother is going to kill me.
Your mother's the one who sent me. I need to get you back to Mother's Den.
Oh, that's two mothers that will want my head. All right, I'll follow. At a distance. I've had enough excitement for one lifetime.
Stay close, you'll be fine. I'll just let this other player have the fun killing all these enemies. We've done quite enough killing for one episode, in my opinion. Well, make an exception for this guy.
easy, guardsmen. This boy's under our protection.
All of you, quiet! Have a word with our mutual friend, Talarian. If you want the truth, that is.
So, it's you. When you didn't return, I assumed you had abandoned your search. What are you doing here?
Aranthel's innocent. An evil sorcerer tried to use him to kill the Sapiarch, but the boy refused.
Ah, the oft-used "a wizard made me do it" defense. It's an excuse I've heard before. Many, many times. Do you have proof, or is this all fanciful conjecture?
I have proof. I found this among the captor's belongings.
It seems this Miralon played a role in a much wider conspiracy. Troubling. I will take this to my superiors. As for the boy, he can go free. For now. A word of advice. Avoid these urchins and apraxics. They are nothing but trouble.
Alright. Now we'll talk to the mother of rats.
So, you found our lost sheep. Well done. As you can see, I sent for Arathel's mother. She won't speak to me, of course. But she seems appreciative enough. Perhaps this will be a teachable moment for the both of them. One can hope, I suppose.
What will happen to Aranthel?
Difficult to say. The fact that he's been fraternizing with Apraxix won't reflect well on him. But at least you proved he's not a murderer. That's something, right? You've done far more than rescue a stray high elf, Karam. Take this, and my thanks.
Take notice, sewer dwellers. I know where you are. Keep your affairs in order, or our next encounter will be far less pleasant.
Thank you so much for finding Arafel. Bless you.
Oh, I think I might want to be an adventurer too.
No, you've had quite enough adventure for one lifetime.
I mean, that's pretty fair.
Once again, you have my deepest thanks, Caraval. I don't know what I would have done if they'd taken my boy.
I don't know what to say other than thank you. The Sapiarchs may expel me for all this, but that's something I can live with. People in high places don't have all the answers. The mother of rats taught me that. So did you.
Alright, and that's where we're going to end off for today. I want to thank everyone for watching, if you did, and if you're watching in the future as well. We finally finished the Somerset DLC, so what we're going to be doing next is wrapping up the rest of the quest and delves here on Somerset, and getting ready for the Blackwood launch in just a couple weeks. I may go ahead and start the Artaeum questline, or not Artaeum, Aradon questline to try to get that done, because it ties into the Deadlands storyline, but I'm going to have to wait and see where we're sitting with time before I actually jump into that full feat first. But anyways, like I said, I want to thank you for watching if you did, and I hope to catch you next time as we continue the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.